Hi, so this is just a very quick video to introduce you to the FasttrackFBA tool and service. It's run by Thomas, and you can find some really good videos from Thomas on his YouTube channel. He covers all sorts of things. He specializes in virtual assistants and sourcing. I met Thomas a couple of years ago at an event in the UK. He's a really nice guy. And since then, as well as using his tool, I've had his FasttrackFBA service hire a VA for me, and she's been brilliant. So I can't recommend Thomas's information and his tool and services enough, really. So he's a good guy, lots of great content. Definitely check his videos out. And you'll find the FasttrackFBA service itself. If you go to the website, there's the normal spiel showing you what they're all about and what they do. Basically, it's a software service that brings deals to you via the virtual assistants that Thomas has doing the sourcing. And if you look at the services, you can see Amazon Virtual Assistants. His team will literally hire, they'll write the advert, they'll put the ad out, they'll interview candidates, they'll hire them, and then they'll train them for you and then give them to you to work in your business. So they work for you directly, and Thomas's team have trained them and are there in the early days to support them, to get you up and running. So you can literally hire a person without having to do any of the hiring process yourself, and then you just pay them on an ongoing basis. And it's great. So I highly recommend that. His team do a great job, and I've been very happy. He also offers coaching, and then what I'm really going to show you today is the online Arbitrage Deals UK service. So that's something I use as part of my sourcing strategy. I do some other things as well, as you'll see in my other videos. But today I'll just give you a quick introduction to this online Arbitrage Deals service. So there are a couple of ways that you can access these deals. One of them is to create an account and then log in. You'll see here when I log in, I can do some searches. The top 100 deals, the minimum profit deals, minimum ROI, and then sort them in various ways. And you can filter what's here to only show you the deals you've already purchased, or deals that you've put on a wish list because you couldn't buy them at the time but you want to come back to them. And you can actually filter for deals that require you to be ungated in a certain category. So again, for beginners, you could come use this service and only have it show you deals which don't need any ungating, so you know you can buy them. So it's very, very simple but very effective interface. And if I just scroll down, you can see the type of information you get here. I should caveat this with what you're seeing here, that there are a couple of versions of this service. One of them you can pay an ongoing monthly amount, and it will expose a certain number of deals to you for free automatically during your time subscribed. What I tend to do, I'm not saying it's better or worse, is I buy tokens. So I buy a certain number of tokens that let me purchase deals which show up in this interface. So what you'll see here is information that gives you enough to know whether it's the sort of thing you're interested in, and you can see the charts there, you can see the price, basically a summary of the keeper data. So does this thing sell, how often, and whether the price is stable or not. And you can't actually tell what the product is at this point, but you can tell it's in the garden and outdoors section. You can buy it for $4.99 and sell it on Amazon for $11.14, and that with the costs taken out, that would make you a profit of £1.31. That may be fine, 26%. Depends on your buying criteria. Again, it sells regularly, so it might be a nice little staple thing to have if you can source it regularly. And as I scroll down, if you watch my Arbitrage Hero video, you'll probably have a little insight into how I tend to look at these things. So I'm basically looking at the graph. If it's nice and bouncy, then I'm interested. If it's not, then I probably will skip it. This next one, again, it's got a few bounces in it, which means it does sell, and it's in the sort of 40 to 140,000 sales rank. I probably wouldn't look at this initially when you've got things like this that's bouncing all over the place and obviously selling well. And so as I scroll down, again here, this one is a little bit slower in Q4, seems to have picked up a little bit in January. Again, it's 250,000 in pet supplies. I probably wouldn't bother, but there's a 48% ROI on it, and you could sell it. You can see how many sellers there are, 5 FBA sellers and 3 FBMs. If I see more than a few FBM sellers, it also makes me think it might be quite bulky. Pet supplies also tend to, some of the good deals tend to be in bulk amounts of pet food. So quite often I skip them just because of the weight or size of them. And again, you can't tell what the product is here, but you can tell there's a 48% ROI on it. If I scroll down a little bit more, you can see here quite a nice bouncy one with quite a nice stable price, 34%. Maybe I'd look at it. Usually I tend to look at the higher ones. If I scroll down, you can see here 238% ROI. That's a bit more interesting. There is only one seller, one FBA and one FBM on it, so it might be something that is restricted in some way, but there's not a lot of data, but the data that is there is quite positive, so I would probably check that one out. And again, if I say on this interface view deal, then I get some information, and I might decide to do something with that or not. Again, what really you want is something like this one, this toys and games, nice low selling rank, nice and bouncy, selling price stable and actually gradually increasing. So that would be an interesting one. If I click view deals on this one, again I can see the buy price is £3, sell price is £9.92, fees are a fiver, so £1.93 in profit, which is 64%. Again, depending on your criteria, you might not be interested in products that only have a £2 profit, or it might suit you nicely and it means they're quite cheap and you can buy a lot of them and diversify easily. So again, the information's there. You can do with it what you will. You can see that it's basically split into what are the current numbers and what's the average over the last 90 days. And you can sort of see that from the chart as well. And you can see the sell price over 90 days. Average has been £10.50, and right now it's £9.92. So it's a little bit lower, and you can see it did just dip at the end there. Sales rank average is 16,000, currently 5,600. So yeah, the average over 90 days has been 80% profit. So again, depending on how the chart looks, I tend to favor the current pricing more than the 90-day averages, because yeah, past performance is not a predictor of future performance. So it's useful if something's seasonal or it trends in cycles. I tend to base my sort of decision at the moment on the current price and whether that's trending down or up from the last 90 days. So it's nice and easy to see. Again, at this point you don't know what this particular product is, and so if you are paying for the monthly one where you get access to everything, you would have all the information about the deals. If you do it like I do and you buy tokens, at this point you'd have to decide if you want to buy the deal or not. And you can see The deal's ungated, so you can buy this without having to ungate yourself. And again, if I go to advanced insights, some other data, again, this is where I would look at the size and weight. This actually is not a big or heavy thing, so it looks fine. 7 buyers in the deal. There's 10 slots available, so if you wanted to buy this deal right now, you could do. If you wait a few days or a week, if it's a good deal, probably those slots will be taken and this deal will disappear off the interface. So at this point, I could say buy the deal, and I would say, do you want to buy this deal for 2 tokens? You've got 42 left. And so at that point, I would say yes, please. And then it would show me, okay, here's the deal. It's from this shop. Here's the link, and it's on Amazon under this ASIN. Here's the link. And then you could go buy it. The other way to access this information is via the Slack channel. So Thomas runs several Slack channels for this service. I tend to look at the ones that are £10 profit and higher, or £7 profit and higher. And again, you can see what you get is a running commentary of deals as they come up. And it will say, this is in the home and garden section. You can buy it for £7.50 and sell it for £35, which is 242% ROI, or an £18 profit. So again, you can just scroll through these, wait till you find one that you like the look of, that's got the right sort of metrics for you, and then when you do view deal, it will bring you back to the FasttrackFBA interface, where you get this information and you can decide to buy it or not. So that's basically it. And like I say, you can just sit there and go through these till your heart's content and pick out a nice little nugget that's 81%, only a couple of pounds, sells all the time, and make your decision quite easily. And these deals are from actual people, VAs who are outsourcing for Thomas's business, purely to provide those deals into this interface, and each deal only gets sold to a maximum of 10 people. So they are somewhat limited. Again, there's no guarantee that a deal they find won't be found by another deal service or by some other method, but they are genuine deals from actual humans out there sourcing and looking for products all the time. So hopefully that's given you a quick insight into the service and whether it will be any use to you or not. I also use other services and tools, but I do still like Thomas's service. There are some really good deals in there sometimes, and like I say, rather than pay the monthly amount on top of all the other things that I do for sourcing, I tend to buy a bunch of tokens and then just buy deals ad hoc as and when I want. So hopefully that's useful to you. Not too long a video, fairly simple, but hopefully useful. Okay, until next time, thanks a lot.